Well, hope you can hear me all right. Hope everybody's having a good Monday. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm here at camp tonight. Hey, Isaac, how you doing? Got the, as you can see, you're blessed. Yes, I am too. Aren't we all? Glenn Outdoors. How you doing, my friend? Hope you're doing well. Yeah, I might end up doing the bull test. I got them all here. I don't know if I'm going to do that now. Running out of time. I was hoping to get it on video when I got here, but man, I was running out of time. I didn't leave the house till 4:30. Kind of a rush to get here. I was going to do all the boil tests and everything on video, but yeah, I could do them on live tonight. That's a good idea, Isaac. Cole, how you doing? Yeah, mic issues. I think it's working now. I'm not 100% positive. Daniel, appreciate you being here, my friend. Cole, Isaac, Glenn, appreciate everybody being here tonight. Yeah, we definitely need to get together and go fishing, Glenn. Yeah, get some kayaks and go fishing, shore fishing, whatever. Hit me up and we can go out fishing. It doesn't sound the best. Let me fix that real quick. Let me fix that real quick. Let's see if this fixes it. It is one hot booger tonight. When I left the house, truck said it was 97 degrees, which I believe it. It's hot and humid to go with it. How's the wife and little Will? They are good. Thank you for asking, Cole. They are good. Blessed. They left and went to hang out with Grandma tonight, so that's awesome. Get some Grandma time. As you can see, the hammock set up behind me here and tarp set up. I'm at my favorite campground. It's nice. Can you hear me better now? Not like you want to hear me anyways. But yeah, Isaac was talking about maybe doing the bull test tonight. I guess we're going to run out of light. I could turn on, I guess. But I got a couple new stuff. I don't know if you can read that. It's probably backwards for you. But this is a 7,200 watt stove. It runs on butane and propane both. All I've got with me is, I think all I got with me is isobutane with me. Butane propane mix is all I've got with me tonight. I meant to bring some propane. I'd like to do a boil test with all three of my stoves with propane, butane, and isobutane, but just all of them on the same fuel will be a good one. But this stove unfolded. You got the regulator here, and then it comes with a couple adapters. This one's for propane, and then this one's for the butane. And then you can do the isobutane just straight to this regulator. But pretty cool little stove. Luke, the Outdoor Gear Review, has reviewed this. It's got a built-in igniter. I assume this is going to boil water faster, obviously, than I've got the new Green Peak, Fire Maple Green Peak stove with the pot that goes with that, and then my BRS. The Fire Maple and the BRS are kind of like jet boil knockoff type deals, but I figured I could do a boil test on all these and test out, see which one goes first. Appreciate you. Yeah, I appreciate everybody hitting that thumbs up button. I'd really appreciate it. Is that smoke alarm? No, that's one of the twinkle lights that you roll up inside for extra light when it gets darker. Nope. Smoke alarm. That'd be awesome. Nope, that's just an extra light. And then I've got my little light right there for my ridgeline inside my hammock. That's a Nebo ridgeline light. And then that's one of those multicolored twinkle lights you roll up inside. But yeah, I could hook up these stoves and get a boil test going. That wouldn't be a bad idea. Yeah, the Fire Maple Green Peak stove is a pretty nice stove. Hi, Will. How you doing? Thank you for coming in and watching Daddy. Daddy misses you. That's awesome. Much better. Hey, Dan, welcome in. But yeah, this is the Fire Maple pot stove. Just get your nice lid. And I put the stove, wrap it up in paper towels so it doesn't clank around and scratch your pot. But this is a tried and true little stove here, the Green Peak. It's not the Pro, it's just a basic one. It's got a built-in igniter as well. And it fits right on the pot like so. So I've got the little fuel can inside this one. So let me get these all set up. We definitely can do a boil test. I'm going to use the same canister. I'm going to use this canister on all three of them. This is isobutane mix. It's probably backwards for you, but this is from Menards, I believe. But I'll start off with the Fire Maple, and then I will go to the new 3-burner stove, and then I'll do the BRS last. But yeah, let me get this Fire Maple set up to do the first boil test on. And this water here has been out. It's outside temperature. It's currently, I don't know what, it's like still like 90, almost 90 degrees out. So it's pretty warm water. So I'm going to use the same water, obviously, for each one. And of course, this has got measurement lines on the pot, so it makes it easy. Kind of hard to see though. First line, one cup. It's the third line. It's starting to get a little dark, so let me get a headlamp on here so I can see the line. I'll use this to fill up each one of them. But I'm going to do 2 cups of water. Two cups of water. Okay, got the first 2 cups of water in the Fire Maple. How fast do you guys think it'll do the boil test? And I'm going to do them full blast, full high as they'll go. So put in a comment how fast you think it'll take. I got to get a stopwatch ready too. Got to get a stopwatch ready. If I can get it figured out here. 8 minutes on this one, 12 on the 3 burner. 12 minutes? You think it's going to be slower on the 3 burner? Gotta get my stopwatch ready. All right, let me get, okay, I got it going. Start my stopwatch now. It's getting with it, boy. Let me show you guys. I'm gonna get you guys over here. Pretty loud, pretty good. Got the flames coming up the sky. You can see that too good. Move the thermostat back a little bit. That's really getting with it. Can't really tell. Can't see the flames up the side. We're sitting at 52 seconds. Not boiling yet. Four minutes, Glenn says. And it's all the way going as hard as it can go. Got some bubbles starting to form in there. It's getting close. It's hard to tell to get a fair. I'm a hard rolling blow. So I'd consider that a hard rolling blow. 1 minute 32 seconds for the fire maple. 1 minute 32 seconds. That's pretty darn quick. Pretty darn quick. I'm glad I have water here because I'm going to use all my water to boil, to do this boil test. So I'm glad I have water available here because I can't use the same water, obviously. 1 minute 32 seconds. Wow, that's pretty quick for the fire maple. 1 minute 32 seconds. Pretty awesome. I only brought 1 sachet of coffee, instant coffee for in the morning, or I'd use this water right now for coffee, but it is way too hot for coffee. So 1 minute 32 seconds for the fire maple. I said I was going to do the I said I was going to do the 3 burner now, but with that pot, I don't have another pot. I'm trying to think. I don't have another pot to use for the 3 burner. I forgot a pot. So I'm gonna have to let that one cool down. Let me think. The BRS has its own pot, but I can't use the BRS because I gotta use it. So I'm gonna use the BRS stove right now, and I will figure out the fire maple after I get done. I'll dump the water out from the fire maple that I just used so I can let it cool down. I'll get the BRS set up and we'll do that. For all of you that don't know, this is the BRS I've used in many of my videos. It's similar to the fire maple. Comes with this little bag. The stove is in the bag. What do you guys think? How fast do you think the BRS will boil the water? Fire maple is 1 minute 32 seconds. That was super quick. And that was pretty, I mean, that was warm water. That wasn't cold water. So obviously it's going to change. It's going to change and be different with the different ambient temperatures. This has got measurements in it as well. Okay. So I'm going to add the water to the BRS pot. Let me see if I can see the mark. I would say it's going to be pretty close to the same. I don't know. All right. I'm going to put the lid on top of the BRS, make it as fair. I got to screw this burner on this tank real quick. How fast do you guys think the BRS is going to boil it? I would say minute 45. I don't know. Gotta get it screwed on. It screws on pretty easy here. Triangular. It fits like that. And it's got a built-in igniter as well. Let me get my stopwatch ready again. All right, got it fired up. Full blast. Let's get you guys down here and see. 2 minutes. You see the flames in there. Not quite as aggressive. Just trying to get the focus. Not quite as aggressive, but a lot quieter. But we'll see. See how fast. Boy, it's hot already. I can feel the heat. This one's quick too, so looking forward to seeing which one One minute 45 as well, then. Setting at 57 seconds currently. 57 seconds. I guess I didn't show the stopwatch earlier, but I'm sure you guys trust me. Got some bubbles forming. Getting close. Setting at 1 minute 12 seconds. Pretty fast. Pretty fast. 1 minute 20 seconds. Starting to steam. Gotta keep that lid on. 1 minute 30 seconds. Fire maple's got it licked. Got some steam coming out of the lid. 145. Almost. Nope, not gonna do it as quick. Getting close. 2 minutes. Boy, that fire maple's fast. 2 minutes 7 seconds. I hear it bubbling. Hard royal. Oh, 2:15. 2 minutes 15 seconds. Whoa, sorry guys. I'm gonna turn this off. 2 minutes 15 seconds. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. I figure anything under 2.5 minutes is pretty fast. Didn't expect that. Me either. And this one's got a wrap around it, insulated, wrap around it. So I thought it would go faster, but nope. 2 minutes 15 seconds. That's still not too bad. That's still not too bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. So still super fast. Yeah, 2 minutes 15 seconds. I mean, you get a coffee that going. Obviously in wintertime, I'd say it's going to be pushing 3 minutes probably. It's pretty quick. I use it a lot in wintertime. So that's still pretty darn quick. So, all right. Yeah, I'm gonna have plenty of water. I'm gonna set this over here to cool down as well. So what I will do once this fire maple, it's pretty cold. But I'm gonna let it set for a few more minutes. We can talk some more. Let it get nice and as cool as possibly can, which it's pretty darn cold. Let me take all this apart. How's everybody doing today? How'd everybody's weekend go? Hey ACR, appreciate you coming in, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, that burner, pretty good size. Fits triangular, fits in the bottom of that BRS pot. Pretty nice little setup. I'm gonna let it cool down before I put it up. It's pretty hot. So 1 minute 32 seconds for the fire maple green peak. This is not the pro. This is just the standard green peak. 1 minute 32 seconds. Pretty impressive. Pretty impressive. So this is cool. So I'm gonna fold this up and put this away. I won't need it. I already did dinner tonight. I did hamburger patties with smoked Gouda cheese on the in the hamburger, ground hamburger with butter, cooked in butter. That was super good. Super good. All right. So I'm going to use the fire maple pot. I know it's not ideal because it's got the heat exchanger built on the bottom of it, but that was my, wait a minute. I have my Stanley pot. So that'll make it fair. It won't have a heat exchanger on it. I do have my Stanley set up as well, because I can use these. Now I've got my insulated mug for coffee in the morning. I've got my Stanley pot I can use with the, I don't know what the name of this is. It is called, it's a Wado, W-A-D-E-O. Comes in this nice pouch. Wado. It's a 7,200 watt BTU. Let me get this gas canister screwed on here. Stealth Camping Sweethearts. How you doing, Ashley? Hope you and Michael are doing well. Hope you guys are doing well. Just doing a boil test here. Let me clear this table off here. Let me see if I've got two cups of water. I may have to run to the truck and get my other pot of water, or Nalgene water. Let me run and get my other water. I know I don't have 2 cups of water in this one. I used it up. I'll be right back. Like I said, I have plenty of other water in the spigot, but to be fair, it needs to be the same ambient temperature, obviously. So I'm going to put 2 cups of water in the Stanley. Let's see here. Okay. Yeah, and I don't know exactly what the temperature is outside right now. Ashley could probably tell me if she's still on here. It's pretty warm. Like I said, when I left the house, the truck said 97 degrees. Hey Jennifer, how are you tonight? Appreciate you coming in. Got some Shy Guy Adventures and Ozarks Woodsman stickers on my newest bottle. I'm sure all you guys are subscribed to them too already or know about them. Ronnie, I appreciate you being here. Thank you for reminding everybody to click that thumbs up. I appreciate it. Long, tough day, and I'm going to lie down. Much love from Tennessee. Ashley, great video. Yep. Doing well. I should send you my sticker. Yes, I need a sticker. Tony ran out of them. I went up to get one at the meetup, and they went quick. I wasn't fast enough, Jennifer. But, yeah, I definitely would love a sticker. I'll send you one in return, or a few. I've got 3 different types of stickers I can send you. But I got 2 cups of water in my Stanley for my Wado 32-watt stove. So the fire manual was 1:32 seconds. The BRS was 2 minutes 15 seconds. And let's see what this Wado stove. And I'm going to put this pot's not really wide enough at the base to fit on the burner top. I don't have my. That's interesting. Wonder what I should do with that. The base of this pot's not wide enough to fit across. Maybe I can balance it. Nope, that ain't gonna work. Well, I'm gonna go right in between. It'll work. It'll work. So, what do you think? How fast do you think this is gonna work? I gotta get my stopwatch on this ready. Reset the stopwatch. This has got a built-in igniter as well. All right, let me turn the gas on. Whoa, there goes my finger hairs. Oh, buddy. Full blast. 15 seconds. Let me flip you guys around on 10 minutes. It's pretty aggressive. It barely fits on there, but it's going. Setting at 42 seconds. Bubbles yet. Oh man, it's putting out heat. Starting to bubble. Starting to bubble. Woo, that's hot. See the flames coming up the side. If I had it to do over again, I'd bring my little wire rack to fit right on top of the pot stand to give it a little more room in between. But it still should boil pretty quickly. We're sitting at 1 minute 23 seconds. Let's see. It is hot. Starting to bubble pretty good. Yeah, it's been a hot day, man. It was super hot. I think 104 heat index today here. 2.5 minutes cold set. Pretty nice stove. I really like it. 1 minute 58 seconds. Man, I thought it'd already be boiling by now. If it was a little farther up off the bottom of the burners, I think it would be doing better. It's almost 68 here. Wow. Cold, that's nice. 2 minutes 20 seconds. I didn't think that. I thought this would be faster, but it's not far enough off the bottom of the pot. So, to be fair, I think it'd be better if it was, up on those legs a little bit better. Getting close. Getting close. We're at 2 minutes 51 seconds. Nights are cooler in the mountains for sure. It's only going to get down to 75 tonight here, so I don't even have an underquilt on the hammock. I have my top quilt in the hammock just in case the mosquitoes get me from underneath. I can lay on top of it, but it's going to be so hot tonight. It's humid, so I won't even need a blanket probably. Boy, it's close, guys. Setting at 3 minutes 25 seconds. So yeah, it's not quite fair. This test, the bottom of the pot's too close to the burners. Getting close to hard boil. So I'll have to revisit this one with the 2-cut test some other time. I could have held it up off of it a little bit, but I don't really know how far each one of them are from the burners anyway, so I guess it's fair. We're set at almost 4 minutes. I didn't think that at all. I didn't think that at all. Almost a hard boil. Almost a hard boil. I will consider that a hard boil. 4 minutes, 12 seconds. 4 minutes, 12 seconds. So, I don't think, like I said, I don't think that was quite fair, but that ain't too shabby for it being so close to the burner heads. But, works good. Woo! That is some hot water. Hot water. Nice little stove. Refill my water after I get done. But not too bad, not too bad. Yeah, the heat exchange helps big time for sure. I had a windscreen, but there's virtually no wind. When I got here tonight, it was pretty breezy. It felt good. Now it's kind of stagnant, but I'm in the shade. This is pretty shady and pretty nice area in here. The breeze has pretty much stopped, so there wasn't really any breeze. And with it being so close to the burner, I think that, didn't help it as much. But hey, I'm pretty happy. I think getting a bigger pot up on the pot stand, or using my wire. I've got a wire rack from my Self-Reliance Outfitters cook set. I've got a little square rack that I might use for it, so I can use these smaller, because I don't really want to use a bigger pot. I've got a nice camp kettle that I could use. I could have used that on all of them, but you really got to use something that was intended for the stove to use. So I could have used like what I did, but if I would have had that wire rack, I think this stove would have performed faster. And if you put a wind, I've got a what do you call it, a wind break or wind, I'll show you. I've got one of the wind screens, foldable wind screens. I've got one of these foldable wind screens to go around it. I could have used too to help. Like I said, there was no wind, so I don't really think today was a factor, but that would make a big difference. Hey Ken, appreciate you coming in. You missed the boil test. I did a test between the Green Peak, Fire Maple Green Peak stove and pot cook set against the BRS, my BRS cook set that I have, the jet boil type system, and then my new, yeah, that's hot. Even the feet are hot on this sucker. This thing put out the heat. Let me get something. This Wado stove. I did a boil test between the three, Ken. Of course, the Fire Maple smoked them all three. Fire Maple boiled 2 cups of water, 1 minute, 32 seconds. The BRS was 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and the Wado was 3 minutes, 12 seconds. So not too bad, not too bad. Like I said, I used my stand pot, and it was not wide enough at the bottom to set up on the pot stand on that stove. So I don't think it was quite fair. I should have brought my wire rack to set up on. If I would have known what pot I was going to use, I didn't even think about it. I was actually going to do the boil test video because I'm kind of trying to do a video. I'm not 100% positive if I'm gonna put the video out or not. See how much footage that I get out of the video plus the live. But yeah, I might. I'm gonna do the boil test on the video. So, but that was pretty fun. Thanks, Isaac, for the idea. Yeah, the Wado looks like a good car. That's kind of what I got it for. To set up, I'm getting my overland set up. As you guys all probably seen the short this week. I've got my bed rack on the truck, and then obviously you guys know what's going on top of the bed rack. But I've got that coming tomorrow. The rooftop tent will be here tomorrow. Supposed to be here tomorrow. For it, and I'm hoping to get that put on the truck this weekend. But yeah, that Wado, until I can get a 2-burner, well, I've got my 2-burner Coleman, but it's awful big and bulky. I want to get kind of like the Jet Boil, but the 2-burner fold-up clamshell type 2-burner stove I would like to get for my overlanding setup, or that 2-burner butane stove that I put on the gears deal this week. It's the last deal on the video this week for the camping gear deal. Amazing deal. $15 for a 2-burner butane camp stove. Sick deal. Really good deal. I don't see anyone's shorts. I get notified of lives, but the videos never shorts. I'll check it out after the live. Yeah. You just got to make sure you have the all notifications. You know, I don't have all notifications turned on all channels, but I try to see when people post. But yeah, if you don't have all notifications turned on, you won't get the short notifications either. And sometimes, like you say, some people have a hard time getting short notifications. I don't know why that would be, but yeah. Go see the Camping Deals video, and yeah, it's a good deal. Very good deal. I'm looking for, I got the BRS put up. I got the fire maple. I'm trying to put everything up. Hope everybody had a good Monday and had a good weekend. We had a really good weekend. Didn't do a whole lot over the weekend, but we had a good weekend. Any good time with the family is always good. We got to hang out with my Isaac and Kirsten and Charlotte, my niece and nephews, this weekend. We had a really good time. I don't know if they had a good time, but we had a good time. Yeah, I need to go to channel pages and see other shorts. Yeah, I like shorts really well. I know a lot of people don't like them. I love them, especially like gear reviews or like tips and tricks. I like shorts. I really do. Scroll through them, especially when it's gear related or like nature shots, or you know, somebody sees something in nature and takes some pretty good shots of it. You know, something. I do like shorts a lot. But like I said, I'm trying to do a long form video with this. It's really hard when I'm camping and I know I'm going to do a live. It's really hard, but I tried to get here early enough. I had to wait until Ashley got off work. It was around 4:30 when I left the house, a little after, maybe 4:45. I got here between right at 5 or a little after 5. So it gave me less than 2 hours to get camp set up and tripod set up and video and my setup and cooking dinner. But I'm going to try to get a video too. I know it's been a minute, been way too long since I've done a long form video, and I want to get back on track and do some long form videos. But here's the fire maple setup. Pretty cool, fast system, man. Minute 32 seconds, 2 cups of water. That's pretty smoking fast. And that's not even the Pro. The Pro has higher BTU, the stove does. So I would say the Pro should, in theory, boil 2 cups of water faster. I took Trent to Virginia Beach and dropped him off in a new apartment in City College. Car broke down and going to cost $1,100 to fix his starter. Ooh, that stinks, Ken. I'm sorry to hear that, man. Because if you were here, I could fix it myself for about $400. Yeah, that sucks when you have to have it done somewhere else. It's expensive. I got some more Mylar bags and auction absorbers in mail today. I'm going to try to make some of my own mountain house style mills. That's a good idea, Ken. Yeah, anytime you can make your own, it's better. You can control what's in them. They usually taste better. Well, maybe, but yeah, you definitely. My thing is no preservatives, and you can control what's in them. I make them to where they're shorter shelf life, so you don't have to put any preservatives. But if you put enough sodium in it, that's a natural preservative, so that helps. But they all automatically have shorter shelf life. All right, getting all this stuff situated. I've got my fire maple lantern, all these canisters that I try to use up the residual fuel that's left in the. I burn these when I'm hammock camping, pretty much for ambiance lighting. Since it's too hot to have a fire, I've got my thermocell that I refilled this week. I've got my thermocell going, it working good. Mosquitoes aren't really bad tonight, knock on wood, but I do have these going, so that might be why. And I do have a mosquito coil going, so hopefully it works pretty good. Now, Jay, I know you had ant problems, and when I refilled that thermocell this week, it's mosquito, ant. I didn't read what other insects, but it repels multiple besides mosquitoes. There were a few ants, black ants, right here where I'm sitting, and they're gone. So it's starting to get dusk, so that might be the reason why the ants are dissipated, or maybe that thermocell is working to repel ants. But that repellent seems to work pretty good. Hey Dave, how are you doing tonight? Appreciate you. Hey Ed, thanks for stopping in. Not much shaking, Ed. Just did a 3 camp stove, 2-cup water boil test today. I tested the BRS cook system, the Fire Maple Green Peak cook system, and then my new Wado stove. Did a boil test. Let me know which one you did the fastest, Ed and Dave Hurley, since you guys came in a little late. The Fire Maple Green Peak, the BRS, or the Wado. Let me know which one you guys think won. I really like this Wado. It's supposed to be 7,200 watt stove. Pretty nice stove system. It's still plenty warm, so I'm gonna let it cool completely down before I put it up. Already had dinner tonight. I don't know what you guys all had for dinner tonight. I had a couple hamburger patties that I used about half a stick of butter. I browned the hamburger in butter, and I didn't drain the grease from the hamburger patties because on carnivore you want all the fat you can get. So I had the half stick of butter, the grease from the hamburger, and then I put a couple blocks of smoked Gouda melted on top, and had that for dinner tonight. That was really good. And then I have a wild boar beef stick that I got from Bass Pro yesterday. Ashley, Will, and myself went to Bass Pro and got a few things, and just went shopping to get out of the heat. Something to do with it being so hot yesterday. It was so hot yesterday too. Today it was 97 here, 104 heat index. Squirrel Kelly, hi, welcome in. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping in. I already have 2 different fuel thermocells. I guess I need a third one. Oh, yeah, that's the bad thing. The only reason I don't like the one like you have and the one Camping and Champion has, because you got to buy the tablets plus you got to buy the fuel canisters. So I really don't like that one. I like the idea of the liquid because it's one thing. Yeah, it's more expensive, but by the time you buy the fuel canisters and the tablets, you know, and these cartridges, liquid cartridges, I think are supposed to run 36 hours a piece. So if you factor that in, and you can refill these yourself, and the thing's rechargeable. It's got a built-in battery pack that sets on a charger and recharges this, so you can use it over and over again. And if the internal battery stops working, it's got a USB-C port in front that you can plug into a power bank. So that's good. These work really good. So that's pretty much why I went with this, because I only have to buy the liquid cartridge. I didn't have to buy the tabs and the fuel as well. Yeah, it's a nice stove, Ed. Yeah, make them yourself, much cheaper. Yeah, it was a lot cheaper. Because I bought that, if you've seen that short that I did, that jug of, I did research, the active ingredient in that insecticide is the same active ingredient that Thermacell uses in these cartridges. So that's kind of why I did my research on what to use. And I think it was $17.99. I think that's a half-gallon jug that I got. You can buy a gallon one, but they were actually out of the gallon one. The one that I got was intended to screw onto your garden hose, so I got that. So if I wanted to use it around the house, I could as well. But I mean, I don't know how many times or how many refills I can make out of that $17. But that $17 half gallon, you use 1 tablespoon for a gallon of water. So that tells you how much you can get. 1 tablespoon, it makes a gallon. So, you know, yeah, I'm not going to use it before I need to use that insecticide all up, but I'm going to use it around the house to use it up before it goes bad. So, but yeah, that's a good deal. And it seems to be working. There was a few mosquitoes out, and once I put it on, I don't know if you can see it smoking or not. You need something dark behind it to see the smoke, but it seems to be working like it should, as far as looking like it's working. Once mosquitoes come out really strong, it'll be the really test to see if it's going to work as good. I like that they're rechargeable. Yeah, these are rechargeable. Like I said, the liquid cartridges last 36 hours. And it does. It lasts pretty good. And the only time I use them is when I'm setting out like this, or when I'm in the morning making coffee or whatever. I've got my bug net, or if you're in your hammock or your tent, you're not going to be using your Thermacell. I don't anyways. But yeah, it works really good. I love Thermacells. I mean, it pretty much just works on mosquitoes, but it seems to help on other insects, flies and stuff. It does seem to help. This new insecticide, I'm looking forward to seeing if it helps even more for other insects as well, like beetles, flies, gnats, and that type of stuff. Because it's supposed to repel mosquitoes, ants, and other flying insects as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing how well it works. Now, I appreciate everybody being here, but I think I'm gonna try this wild boar meat stick. I'm still a little hungry. I didn't eat a whole lot today. Looks pretty good. I've had it before. Not this exact same one, but I've had wild boar before. Oh man, that's good. That is good. Hey, little Smokey, welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. Just been hanging out at camp here. I'm at my favorite campground. Did a 2-cup water boil test on the Fire Maple Green Peak, the BRS cook system, and the Wado stove tonight on the live. Fire Maple 1. It boiled 2 cups of water in 1 minute, 32 seconds. Super quick, super quick. Followed by the BRS at 2 minutes, 12 seconds, and the Wado at 3 minutes, I think 15 seconds, wasn't it? Or, no, the BRS is 2 minutes, 15 seconds, and the Wado is 3 minutes, 12 seconds. Anyways, Fire Maple 1. But let me show you around camp here. I love this camp out here because it's you get nice 5G signal out here, and it's pretty remote out here in the middle of nowhere. Let me turn you around. Pretty nice. It's between my house and one of the local lakes. It's about a half from my house. It's got a picnic table. Somebody made a rock ring behind the picnic table. It does have a metal fire ring and grill there. It does have water, and it does have electric out here on this remote camping area. So you've got water and electric. This campground is $10 for premise camping, $20 if you want electric, which that's pretty good prices. I think it's really good prices, and it's only, like I said, 30 minutes from my house. All other good camping like this is about an hour to hour and 15 minutes from the house. So let me show you my hammock setup here. This is my One Wind Aries 12 foot with bug net. My One Wind 13 by 10 tarp. Then I've got my 2 tarp poles. Pretty nice setup. It's getting pretty dark in here. Everybody's seen this a million times. If you've watched my channel, it's my favorite setup. Well, I say favorite. I really like my hanging high hammock that I have. Setup. It's a really beautiful remote. I'm the only one here. It does have bathrooms with running water. It has an old mill. This is a historic park. It has the old mill, old building still here. There's lots of deer up in here, coyotes, raccoons. I love this place because it has water, bathrooms, electric if you actually want them, if you got a camper or you want to charge some devices. I always use the primitive area. Tim, the caretaker that lives here on site, said if I ever wanted to use electric, I wouldn't have to pay for it, but I wouldn't feel right if I didn't pay for it. I've never used them yet, so I always bring my power bank, so I usually have power. But if I ever get an RV or a AC for my rooftop tent or something like that, I could always plug in an AC or something. That'd be nice. But yeah, this is really nice. Convenient, close to home. I don't have to go very far. It's out in the middle of nowhere. Across the road, there's, I forget how many acres. There's 50 acres here. And then across the road, there's thousands of Missouri conservation, kind of like BLM land, right across the road. So it butts up to conservation and horse trails. They have horse trails that connect to this, and you can go across the street and ride horses on the conservation land too. So pretty nice. I like hiking in better when it's summer here. I don't know about where everybody else lives, but the underbrush is so thick here and so many ticks and everything, and it's so hot. I don't camp a lot when it's 97 degrees out, 104 heat index. And I don't know what the humidity level was today, but it was hot. Still pretty sticky and humid right now, but it is a lot better than it was. I'd say it's in the high 80s still, or maybe lower 80s right now. I don't know. I can't look on my phone. Hey Randy, appreciate you stopping in, my friend. Did a boil test earlier. Not doing gear review during the live tonight since I'm at camp. I figured that'd be fun. Isaac, my nephew, said that I ought to do the boil test on the live, so that was a good idea. Thermacell definitely works on gnats and mosquitoes. Yeah, I've noticed it does work on gnats, but it'd be nice to work on black flies and other like beetles. We got a lot of beetles that fly around here. They're a nuisance. Appreciate you being here. Kiboa, appreciate you being here, my friend. Thank you for stopping in. Let me make you a moderator. Check out everybody's channel if you would. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody. I think everybody else's moderators are already in here. Appreciate you hitting a thumbs up for me if you would. Appreciate you. I'm gonna think it's Thermacell still working good. Let me see if I got my headlamp. I don't know where my headlamp went. You can't hardly see it unless you, there we go. See if I can get a light. There you go. You can see it working really good. If you haven't seen my short on it, Dave Hurley, and I figured out how to refill the Thermacell. So, working pretty good. Yes, those are frogs. Yeah, there's a little creek just in front of me, just on the other side of that power pole over there. So there's a lot of frogs. Frogs, and you probably hear the cicadas. The cicadas are the loudest ones right now. Those are cicadas, but you can hear the frogs too. It's kind of a mix of both. I don't know if you can hear them both, but the frogs and cicadas as well. So it's kind of, yeah, I've got earplugs that I'll have to put in. Oh, wow. Let me see. There's an owl that just landed in a tree beside me. They always camp with me here. Let me zoom in on the owl, see if you can see them. Can you see the owl? Yep, right there. See him? Can you see him? There's several owls that visit here and live here. Beautiful. They watch over you when you camp at night. I don't know if that's what they call them, what do they call them? The protector of the woods. Especially if people, they really like humans. For some reason, they're really intrigued with humans. I say they like them, but, I lost it. I gotta zoom back out. Where'd he go? Oh, I don't want to zoom in. I want to zoom out. I lost him. Where'd he go? There he is. I lost him. I'm trying to zoom in and zoom out. There he is. Oh, there he is. It's hard to zoom in with one hand. Oh. Sorry guys, I turned the camera off. That was a good to do that, wasn't it? Okay, rezoom. Man, this thing does not want to zoom very good. It's hard to do it while you're holding it. Come on. Whatever works when you want it to. No, I don't want to stop streaming. Can you guys see him really good? I can't read comments and do this at the same time, so there we go. How about that? I must have hit the mute button when I was putting it on the tripod. I'm sorry, guys. I looked at that first thing, but I thought it was off, but it was on. Sorry. Not like you really wanted to hear it anyways. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Perfect. Thank you. Nope. Yeah. Yeah, when I was holding the phone, I was afraid I was covering up the microphone with my hands because I was holding the bottom of the phone real still to get the owl. And it was hard to keep the phone still and get the owl in picture. I'm out on a stealth camp. It's awesome, Chris. I look forward to watching it. I seen Jay say, be quiet or we'll blow your cover. That's awesome. Sorry, guys. It happens to all of us. Yeah, but that was pretty cool. Not every day. That's the first time I've actually captured them on any kind of video since I've been here. They're always, almost every night, you can hear them. They're real close, but that's the first time I've seen them. He wanted to let me know that he was here. And they roost really close because they're really loud. I have gotten them on audio at night going to bed, but I've never seen them. So that was pretty cool to get to see him with all of my friends. It was really nice to both share him with you. I'm sure I'm far enough away, but it's super loud when I run the volume a little high. LOL. Oh man, wow, he's just right here next to me. He's here in the tree right next to me, but it's dark over there. You're not going to be able to see him. He just flew back in, and he's right here to the right. He's even closer than he was before. He's actually 1, 2, 3 trees behind me. Hey, buddy. You going to hang out with me tonight? Awesome. I got some wild boar meat if you want to bite. Wonder if I threw some, you're not supposed to feed wildlife, but I'd be real tempted to throw a chunk over there and see if he swoops down and picks it up. That would be killer. Be worth sacrificing a chunk of meat stick to see if he does that. You saw a huge buck earlier? Yeah, there's a lot of deer that hang out here. There's an open field, 2 open fields on the other side of the camp. A lot of times I hammock camp on the edge of the open field, and in the morning, well, at night they'll wake me up snorting at me, and then in the morning they're usually out there. I'm really tempted to see if he'll swoop down and get that piece of meat stick. I know you're not supposed to feed animals, but that would be cool. But I don't want him not to swoop down and get it, and rodents like possum or coon or something coming in around camp tonight. He's curious, so he's probably used to this being a campground, getting scraps and stuff off the ground, I'm sure, when people leave. But he sure is keeping an eye on me. I'm definitely one of those people that are very against feeding wildlife, but I've never had an owl that close to me and an opportunity to feed an owl. Wow, that is awesome. I wish I could get that on video. Let me see if I can switch you guys back around, see if I can get him on video. Let's see if I can get him on video. Right behind my hammock. See him in there? He's gonna sleep with him. There he goes. That's awesome. That's super close. That's super close. At least I know I'm going to have my protector in campground tonight. Guardian of the forest. I think that's what they call owls. Correct me if I'm wrong. Pretty awesome. Yeah, I didn't feed him, but I'm sure he smells this wild boar meat stick. Probably what he smells. He probably came back wanting a bite. It'd be funny if he flew by and out of my hand. Owls make them completely silent when they fly. Yeah, you can't beat. I mean, they're such wild animals. They're so cool. I mean, all animals are pretty complex, but yeah, you can't. I mean, you can hear when they originally first take off because they're gripping, you know, the limb they're on or whatever. Or they hit some limbs flying off, but other than that, you can't hear them. There's usually lots of bats that fly around out here as well. But yeah, he's going to hang around out here in camp. Hopefully here on the live we'll be able to hear him. Oh man, it's hot and humid. Yeah, when I got here right about 5 or a few minutes after 5, and it was about 97 degrees. It was pretty hot. We had a 104, 105 heat index today. It was pretty miserable today. It's pretty humid. I don't know what the humidity level is or what it got up to today, but it's pretty high. Pretty high. Yep. How'd everybody's Monday go? I'm sure everybody had an amazing weekend. I hope everybody did anyways. I know Ken's son's having car problems, which that kind of sucks. We had a good weekend. Had a really good weekend. Saturday, my niece and nephew came over and we swam. Will and my niece Charlotte, great niece Charlotte, we all went swimming. Had a good time visiting. But, and then yesterday, Ashley, Will, and myself, we all took a break from the heat and went to Bass Pro and did a little shopping. Picked up some wild game beef sticks. I got this wild boar, venison, and bison beef sticks. Got Will a little t-shirt. Got some stickers. Just a few things. Just pretty much to walk around. And Will likes looking at the fish and the turtles and all the animals there. It's pretty cool. A lot of fun. Ooh, I got a little going on me. See if I can pick them up. He's a cute little guy. Gonna get on my hand. Will got to see a roly-poly the other day. He even touched it. I didn't think he'd be interested in the roly-poly, but not the roly-poly, caterpillar. It was a black caterpillar. He loved it. He pet it and was real gentle to it. He's got some antenna on there. I don't know if you can see that very well. Tickles. Cute little worm. Almost looks like a bagworm. Get off my watch, bud. Okay. Let him off on the tree beside me here. I'll be working his way down my hammock straps. Sometimes I wake up with him on my bug net. But yeah, there's quite a few packs of coyotes that not too far off the open fields. That they come up pretty close at night too. Knock on wood, I've never seen any coyotes, but I'm usually in bed asleep when they come around, so I'm sure they go through camp or pretty close to it. Probably not in it, but probably on the edges of the field out there. They're usually pretty loud and they come pretty close. So, all right. I put that meat stick wrapper inside that water bottle so it'll help keep the smells down. What's its name? Fuzzy. Fuzzy's his name. Hope everybody's had a good evening. Hope everybody had a good dinner tonight. Like I said, I just had 2 hamburger patties, browned in butter. You don't drain the grease on it. And then I melted some smoked Gouda with the 2 hamburger patties. It was really good. For breakfast, I'm really easy since it's hot and humid. I may get up and fix coffee before I leave. I'm not 100% positive. I do have 1 sachet of coffee and some stuff to make my coffee in the morning if I want it before I leave, and 2 hard-boiled eggs. I don't want to cook anything when I get up in the morning because I got to leave pretty early. I got to be back to the house by 7 a.m. Ashley's got to go to work at 8, so yeah, I'm going to get up early. So if I get up early enough, I might make coffee. I'd like to get up early enough to hear the owls and see the sunrise. A lot of times in my hammock, I sleep so good, I don't want to get up. But I'm going to put my little side table close enough and have everything close by, so if I want to make coffee, I only have to get out of the hammock in the morning. But I probably will. I'm at, I don't really want to, I've said the name of it. It's a local campground. It's about 30 minutes west of where I live. It's in between where I live and one of my lakes. It's the closest campground to where I live, other than like KOA, which I don't camp at KOA. They're super expensive and too busy. And then in the city, this is remote. It's in the middle of nowhere, literally. It's in this property here has 50 acres, but then there's thousands of Missouri conservation acreage land around it. So this is virtually in the country, in the middle of nowhere, but it's still a campground. Super cool. But and it's a historical park. It's got an old historic mill and some of the buildings still on the property. I've videoed this before and I've showed those buildings in past videos, so I guess it doesn't matter. It's called Holson Mills. It's right off of Highway 160. It goes in between Greenfield and Ash Grove, Missouri. Really nice campground. If you're ever in Missouri, I'd highly recommend it. Tim is the caretaker. Him and his wife live on property. It's $10 for primitive camping. You have water, and they are bathrooms here. So I don't really consider it primitive camping, but it's called primitive camping because it's only $10, and you can only use the water in the bathhouses. If you want electric, they're only $20 for electricity, so that's not too bad at all. So you do have that option if you do have an RV or camper that you can bring down here. So it's pretty cool. Am I the only one that can't hear him? I guess so, Randy. Turn your volume up. I hear now. That's funny. Do you still not have a very good signal, Randy? It may just be because you don't have a good signal. I cooked my dinner in an interesting way. I'm interested to see that, Chris. Well, honestly, you sound better than you look. Well, that's not hard to say. Everybody can believe that. Yeah, I've never been that good looking, so. You got that right, Randy. Yeah, I got my little electronics bag I put stuff in. I do have my headlamp handy. I do have some twinkle lights I could turn on, I guess. Do have my telescopic light. I do have my twinkle lights above me. See if that'll help with some lighting. I'm gonna turn my lantern on too, my fire maple lantern. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to do a long form video as well. I haven't decided whether I'm going to put an actual long form video out. I haven't got that much. Oh yeah, it helps a little bit. I haven't got that much footage. So we'll see if I get enough footage to put a video out too. That kind of helped with lighting. I'm going to start my little fire maple lantern to get rid of some of this residual fuel. I may not have enough fuel left in this thing to burn. There's a little bit left, not much. Ain't gonna run for very long. But I'm gonna burn all the fuel that's in this thing out. So I usually use it to empty these cans out because I don't refill my cans. I know you can refill them, but I don't. But that's just one, like I said, one way to get rid of that extra fuel. But that little light up there puts out quite a bit of light. It's one of those string lights. High Plains Camper, welcome in, my friend. Appreciate you stopping by. I'm going to make you a moderator so you can check out everybody's channel here. If everybody doesn't know High Plains Camper, he has a great camping channel. He has a van and a truck that he camps in. So if you guys don't know him, please go check out his channel, subscribe. Vice versa, that's kind of why I give moderator status to everybody so everybody can check out everybody's channel. But I'm pretty sure most of you know who he is. Good channel. But I'm in my hammock, my one-wind hammock setup today. I didn't turn on my twinkle lights, but out camping on one of my favorite campgrounds. Mark Twain's is my actual favorite, but it's more remote camping. They do have a vault toilet at Mark Twain. That's where Randy and I camped together last time, was in Mark Twain. But yeah, pretty nice. I'm gonna turn the string lights on real quick. Oh, but this is a nice little setup here. I got my string lights across my ridge line in my hammock over to the awning and across the front of the awning. Pretty cool little setup. In the dark, it looks really cool. But nice little camp tonight. I figured I'd bring you guys along. This place here is nice. It's so remote, but it's still got good cell service. You get 5G signal out here in the middle of nowhere. Really cool. Really cool. So, that canister's already out. So, it's out of fuel. Well, at least you know that one's empty. But yeah, you get a good 5G signal. A lot of the camping areas I go to don't have good cell service, so you have a hard time doing lives. So every time I camp here at Wholesome Mills, I try to do a live because you have such good cell service. And you guys get to hang out and hear the cicadas and the frogs and get to see the owls. Yeah, High Plains earlier, barred owl flew right into camp here. They live real close to here, and you can hear them every time I camp here. But it's the first time I actually got to see them, and they flew in right real close. So I got them on video. So if you guys replay the video, you'll get to see the owl on replay. I'm going to start this lantern again. Since it's too hot to have a fire, this little fire maple lantern gives pretty good ambiance. Pretty cool little lantern. I love these things. But burn off that gas that's in those. Yeah, I love camping, man. I don't do a whole lot of camping when it's so hot. Once I get the rooftop tent put on the truck, I'm going to look at maybe getting an AC unit like Todd Champion's got to use in my rooftop tent, so I can do more summer camping and take the family as well. It's way too hot for Will or Ashley to be out here. I mean, it's really hot still. It's what time is it now? It's 8:30 and it's plenty warm. It's in the 80s still. It's only going to get down to 75 degrees Fahrenheit tonight here. I don't have an underquilt on the hammock. I don't even need a blanket at all, but I do have my Kelty Bestie top quilt in there to lay on, just so if any mosquitoes would get underneath, to keep from biting me underneath the hammock, because I do not have a underquilt. I do have my mosquito net on, so that helps keep the bugs off and biting you from underneath, but sometimes they still get to you. This is particularly hot summer. Yes, it is. And it's going to be really hot all this week and over the weekend and part of next week, looks like. So we're in a good, but we've been fortunate that it was really, really hot last year. So we haven't hit quite as hot this year as last year, but we came close a couple days ago to breaking last year's. Sorry, I'm looking at the comments. I don't have no other way to read comments other than my phone tonight. Went and saw my daughters in Fort Worth. Had a good time. Oh, your daughters. That's awesome, Randy. I'm glad you got to spend time with family. I know that's why you went to Oklahoma. I'm sitting in my tent facing towards the entrance to make sure I don't get caught off guard. Are you using your new alert system, Chris? Shy Guy, is this live stream going to make it into your video? Yeah, you ought to do that. I know Champion's done a live on a self-camp before, and I haven't done a live on a stealth camp. I'd like to do a live on a stealth camp sometime. I don't know if he's going to go live or not. I don't know. Do you ever get enough signal to go live, Chris? I did record a little bit, Jay. LOL. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be fun. I do have a couple stealth camps in mind, but I'll probably do them in the fall or winter. I do have a couple stealth camps close by that'd be pretty cool to do. I've got a lot of stealth camp spots actually that I'm interested in doing. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to using rooftop tent this fall and winter. I haven't decided if I'm going to get a diesel heater or use a buddy heater. I know buddy heaters prone to have condensation, and people don't like using buddy heaters in rooftop tents because they're prone to have condensation anyways, but you really got to keep them vented. I know winter gets cold, but you really got to keep them vented to keep the condensation down inside. Diesel heater would be better for condensation purposes in a rooftop tent, I know. Heck yeah, stealth camping. I need to get a Walmart parking lot blizzard trip in this winter. That would be awesome, High Plains. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, there's a lot of good stealth camping. I know Joe Robinette did a cool Walmart stealth camp in a snowbank. He built a tunneled out a shelter in the snow pile on a Walmart parking lot. That was pretty cool. If you haven't seen that, Joe Robinette did a really good one on that. That was really cool. I've done a Walmart stealth camp with Tony and Todd Champion, Hammock Mountain, Skeeter, and Sam Northwest Wind. That was a lot of fun in Pennsylvania. Steve Wallace is the GOAT. Absolutely, yeah. Steve Wallace has done almost every stealth camp possible. Boy, that worm came back. Can you believe that? I throw him way over there, and that little worm came back. That little worm came back. Oh, he fell down on my table. Dude, go bug somebody else. Yep, he likes me, I guess. Yeah, I remember that Joe Robinette video. He actually, the first outdoor camping channel I ever watched. Yeah, he pretty much, not the first one I watched, but pretty darn close. Him, Corporal's Corner, let's see here, who else? Carlisle 195, John. He was my absolute favorite. Him and Joe Robinette, back when when he lived in Windsor, and he went to that little patch of woods on the edge of Windsor in town with Scout and started from scratch. He was, I mean, long time. Yeah, I've watched his very first, I think it was his first or second video when I first started watching Joe. Really cool to watch him. Yeah, he definitely self-made. You know, I know a lot of people don't like him. A lot of people don't like Corporate's Corner. You know, each of their own. But as long as I can learn, I know, you know, people don't like Corporal's personality, but he's a really cool guy and very knowledgeable. Lots of cool builds I like watching. I like watching his van build he's doing right now. Pretty cool. Outdoors McGee, yeah, I used to watch him too, and started getting a little filthy mouth and doing stuff that I didn't really care for, so I haven't watched him in a long time, but yeah, I watched quite a bit of him. Matthew Posa, yep, I love Matthew Posa, yep. Syntax 77, yep, watch him too. Heck yeah, Corporal's Corner too. Yep, I like Corporal's Corner. I cooked dinner on one of his skillets tonight. I got one of his skillets. Where'd I put the handle? Yeah, I got one of his skillets he made, cowboy skillets with a coal handle. Cooked dinner on it tonight. It's so awesome. But yeah, modern version of the cold handle skillet, pretty nice. Made by Corporal Sean Kelly himself. But not like I'm trying to sell anything for him, but that's one thing I like about him, you know, he's self-made too. Making some good skillets. Anybody likes, I mean, I have a bunch of the old cold handle too. I love my old cold handle, but I wanted to support him and American made, American bought product, so helping another American's good. Agreed, Ozark, he's a no fun, no BS, hard ass kind of dude. Yep. Yeah, people get offended by him because of his personality, but that's all right. Yeah, he's not for everybody. Constant people whining about him not watching. Well, that's true. I mean, you got a million subscribers, and yeah, I mean, yeah, he really shouldn't whine about it, but a lot of it happened, I think, when him and he had a fallout with Self-Reliance Outfitters with Dave Canterbury. I think that had a lot to do with his channel getting hurt. But yeah, it does suck when you're used to that kind of revenue. Yeah, you shouldn't whine about it on your channel, but when you're used to a certain revenue that he worked hard to get, you know, him and Joe Robinette both, not just because YouTube cut pay, but when you lose view hours, I can see, because I mean that's your bread and butter per se. You know, when you're used to making a certain amount of money, when it's your livelihood, I can understand why you get hurt a little bit, but it is what it is. It ain't gonna make me not watch somebody just because they whining about something. There's other people whining about a lot of other things, in my opinion. I mean, don't hurt my feelings any. Camp like a is a great channel. Yes, I do like Balm Outdoors Kenny. He's out in Washington State. That's another good channel. Pretty cool. Really good Christian dude. Really nice family man. Their family camped together too. It's a lot of fun watching him. Yeah, he whined a lot about the algorithm and half his video. Yeah, he does. Yep. But I understand. I understand. I mean, if you made a living off YouTube, and yeah, you'd want to complain too, I'm sure, if you got to where he was and where Joe Robinette making that kind of money and getting cut. It's hard on your family. Hard on it. Matthew Posa and Crazy Quaddy, yep. The biggest influence is just goofy dudes who love camping. Yeah, Crazy Quaddy's pretty cool channel too. Matthew Posa, I love watching his stuff. My wife and I just laugh. And his long videos. Real good videos though. Monty, I love his dogs. They're a lot of fun in his videos. Survivor Man, Jennifer, I still watch him once in a while. Yep, yep. Some really good channels. Oh, cool, Dan. Yeah, he did some hardcore survival trips. Absolutely. I still have watched him and kept up with his new series. He's got a lot of good videos. There's a lot of like if you like storytelling, he used to do a lot of camping. He still does camping, but he does mostly, he goes out, hikes out, and does mostly Sasquatch and Bigfoot, real life stories from his subscribers and people. He does goes out and hikes out in the woods and gets on location and tells stories. He just actually told one about Mark Twain National Forest, pretty close to where I'm at, about two hunters, and it's Base Camp Chris. He's got a really good channel. I first started watching him before he started turning. He always told stories like in segments on his videos, but now he pretty much just tells stories. He does camp once in a while still, but super cool guy. I love his channel. Old Joe Robinette has gone through some rough times, but seems to be getting back on track. Yeah, he did, man. He just about lost his life. Very fortunate and blessed, and it really humbled him, and it's good to see him back on track, and it really humbled him. He's a very lucky man. Right before I decided to start doing camping videos, I was watching other female camping with dog channels. There are a lot of us. Yes, there is. Yes, there is, Jay. Some good ones. Small Plots with Kevin is awesome too. Saw him and Shy Guys live once. Yeah, we ate dinner with him after Tony's meetup. It was really cool to meet him and get to hang out with him. Really nice guy. Right, Smokey? I respect how old Joe was open about getting addicted, pain meds and such. Yep, he's an open book. That's one thing about Joe. Like him or not, I know a lot of people do not like Joe Robinette, but just like Sean Kelly, a lot of Corporal's Corner people aren't fans of him, but they're self-made. They put out good content. I look past his arrogance, and he does stuff that nobody else does on YouTube. Definitely. Very few, I say nobody. There's other people, very few, that do some of the stuff he does, or does as much as he does. You know, if he was dirty, filthy mouth, that would be a whole different story. I can definitely take arrogance over filthy mouth, cursing, heavy drinking. You know, I'm not all about that. You know, I watch him with little Will close by sometimes, and I don't want to have to worry about somebody slipping and dropping the F-bomb or something while I'm watching with Will. Will likes camping videos, so I want to watch family-friendly stuff. You know what I mean? Um, Not that I'm so thin-skinned, but I don't really care to hear filthy talk either. You know, that's just me. That's just me. I grew up uh, around military family. I grew up in construction. You know, I've been around it all my life. I don't want to have to hear it in my personal life. Let's see here. I just crapped myself. I thought someone was coming down here with a flashlight. Turns out it was a lightning bug tweaking out. It keeps you on edge, don't it, Chris? Yeah, when you're out there stealth camping, you're paying more attention uh, than you normally would, just because you don't want to get caught. Yeah, there's other bugs coming out like moths and stuff. So I'm gonna see if these coils will help keep the other bugs down. Do have a couple mosquito coils with me as well. Let's see. The moths are bad a lot of times, and the lights don't help. They attract bugs. Yeah, Ronnie's cool. Let's see here. Ronnie in Tennessee is a good child support. Yep. I think we all do support Ronnie. She's really cool. She was in here when I first got on, but she had a rough day and she was heading to bed early tonight, so she wanted to come on and say hi. So I was very grateful that she got to come in and say hi. I appreciate everybody coming in and hanging out with me. It's really cool hanging out with each of you guys. Glad I could catch you live, brother. Enjoy the trip. Bedtime for me, 4 a.m. report time for duty. Awesome, High Plains. Yeah, I understand totally. You got to get up early and get home 4/7 so I can watch Will before Ashley goes to work. So I'll be getting up early too. Take care. God bless you, brother. Thanks for stopping by. She's very inspirational. Yes, she is. Yep, Ronnie's a good person. She's got a good heart. I'll be setting my alarm for 5 a.m. Yeah, you need to get out there early, right, Chris? Getting up, getting out early is the key when you're stealth camping. Or if you're not in a real high, you know, high stakes area, then I guess it don't matter when you sleep in. Like Daniel's camp this week at the church. That was funny. He slept in pretty good and woke up to a guy dragging a trash can down the stairs. He camped under. Well, I'm not gonna give it away, but yeah, if you haven't seen Hammock Mountains Stealth Camp from this week, go give it a watch. It's pretty good. It's only 6:45 out here. Wow, it's 8:45 here. Yep. Yeah, I know for the East Coasters, my lives can run a little bit late. Usually, why I try to keep it between 2 and 3 hours max, because a lot of people have to get up early for work. People, in case people come to fish in the morning. Yeah, yeah, fishermen get out there early. Yep, for sure, man. Yep. So awesome to be able to be out here. It's very quiet and remote, but I get to hang out with you guys too. So when I'm out here by myself and not a lot to do, and out here where I'm at, it's pretty thick canopy, so it gets darker and early. So it gives me something to do instead of, I usually catch up. I'll get my hammock and do my editing because I edit as I go, like Tony does. Um, So I edit at night and I catch up on videos in my hammock. So especially in the winter when it gets dark real early, I'll watch people's videos and do my editing and stuff, and listen to audiobook or read scripture or something at night before I go to bed, or a book, whatever, whatever to pass some time. But doing lives here is really nice because it helps catch up with you guys and to uh, give a little content. Um, Sometimes I like cooking when I'm on the lives, and sometimes I don't. Like tonight, I did a bowl test, which was a lot of fun. That was a lot of fun. In case people come and I live in the past. Yep, me too, me too. Yeah, there's a lot to do out here. I do like winter camping so much better. Spring, fall, and winter camping. Uh, no bugs, heat, less people. I can go camping. Like I was saying earlier, I don't hike in this time of year because the underbrush gets so thick here in Missouri that there's so many ticks and mosquitoes and so much underbrush you can't hike in. They don't maintain the trails during the summers out here, so it's hard to hike and camp in the summer here. So that's another good reason to have a rooftop tent. And if I get AC, that I can do some more uh, summer videos, um, so I can get out of the heat. Um, if it's a little breezy, if it's breezy, I don't mind. I did forget my fan tonight. I'm kind of kicked myself. I've got a camping fan just for camping. I meant to grab it, and I just totally, it was the last thing I was going to grab, and I totally spaced it. So I'm going to miss having that tonight. But other than that, I mean, if you have a good breeze, you can still camp when it's hot like this. The humidity is what makes it worse. If you're in a less humid climate, it's so much nicer. Like Arizona and stuff is less humid. Yeah, it's hot, but you don't have to deal with the humidity. It's going to get down to 75, which would be comfortable if it was low humidity, but it's high humidity tonight, so it's not. It's going to be pretty sticky tonight. I wish I wouldn't have forgot my fan. Speaking of coyotes, I hear them in the background. Live streams are fun, yes. I like doing other things besides sitting and talking, but when you're camping here and walking around, you have to deal with signal loss and fading in and out. So I like setting up camp, talking with everybody, coming up with the boil test was a good idea. One of these days, I'm gonna cook dinner on live. I've done that before. Do another $5 challenge, or another camp meal challenge. I think that'd be fun to do on a live here. Uh, may do some stories. Uh, I like Base Camp Chris's stories. He tells real life stories. I think that's kind of cool. Just a random note. I'm using the camping fan I bought from your Dills video. That's awesome. Yeah. Uh, that's the same one, or one similar to that I was wanting to use tonight. I got a good deal on. I've got two fans. One that I'll be using as that goes with my toolkit, and one that's rechargeable that my wife uses on her work desk a lot. Both of them are good for camping. Um, but the smaller one I was going to use tonight in my hammock. It's a better one for the hammock. It's a lot lighter weight. The other one uses my batteries, my 20-volt batteries for my tools, which would be nice for the rooftop tent. And it's a little more powerful. Um, so I'll probably use that more for my overlanding setup. Good night, y'all. Embrace adventure. God bless. Stay stealthy. Yep. God bless, Little Smoky. Appreciate you stopping in, my friend. It's always good to see you. Thank you for the support. Have a blessed week. Good night. Yeah, it's nice. Like I said, especially in wintertime out here when it gets dark at 5:30, be able to do a live. Give you a little time to do something else when it gets dark so early. It's nice. It's nice to be able to talk to everybody. Um, I know during the summer, less people come into lives and stuff because more people are out doing stuff. Maybe not so much during the week, but that's why I like doing my lives on Monday nights. So, uh, people have a time to come in and eat dinner and wind down and sit down and watch the live. Gives you something to do during the week. If you're like me, I know Jay and Randy and a lot of us use YouTube as our TV. I mean, we don't even have TV services. We don't have aerial antenna. We don't have any kind of streaming services. YouTube's our entertainment. I have premium, so you don't have to deal with commercials. I can, I can control what we watch, what Will is uh, exposed to, and stupid commercials I don't have to deal with. I enjoy that. There's so much to watch on YouTube. There's so many movies, so many videos, and it's the real uh, reality TV. I know some of the channels are put on for views and stuff, but a lot of the channels I watch are real down to earth people that aren't putting on. They're showing you their trips. That's why I like not movie quality, because I know it's legit. They're not editing out everything. I like seeing people's, even the first person views a lot, because I'm seeing what they're seeing. I'm hearing what they're hearing. I still like ASMR, some of the best. That's why I started doing my channels AMSR. I like hearing nature sounds. I like experiencing what everybody experiences on their camps. Premium is best. I leave the dog TV for my Teddy all day. Yeah, I bet they like that. Our cat Cooper loves. We do a lot of the bird feeders and stuff. He likes watching bird feeders and fish aquariums. He likes fish. So we put that on for Cooper a lot. We're home. My wife works from home, and I'm a stay-at-home dad now, so we home a lot. So I don't have to. Now that we're both home, we don't have to leave it on as much because we're there with them. But when we both worked away from home, we left it on quite a bit. He liked it. Cooper, our cats, he loves watching TV, especially squirrels, birds, any wildlife really. He likes animals. I'm out stealth camping. What's their excuse? Yeah, I know. Yeah, there's a lot. I know a lot of people like Paul camps too. He camps on weeknights and gets up and goes to work in the morning. He don't stealth camp, but he hammock camps in campgrounds. But he camps on work nights even. A lot of people won't do that. Teddy likes the animal segments and Shy Guys videos. Yep, yep. I like watching them too. I've got an actual game camera. A lot of times I take game cameras with me so I can try to catch um, wildlife. Don't always catch them, but it'd be cool if I catch some. Be cool if I caught that owl on my game camera too. So I'm gonna watch the game camera video when I go to bed, because I can connect to it remotely from my hammock, which is kind of cool, and see if there's any clips on it. And you can use it. I was thinking of Shy Guy and his um, driveway alarm systems, using as a early warning system for stealth camping and camping. That's why I like my game cameras. They have night vision, plus they're Wi-Fi. You can connect to them remotely and use them as security cameras. So if you hear something and you don't want to get up, and you can check your game camera, see if it's an animal. Or game cameras are a really good option, especially if you can connect wirelessly from them. Use them as security cameras, or just to see what the noise is. If you hear something, it's pretty cool. But yeah, I've got two of them. I set them up on tripods and face them in different directions that I know that wildlife is prone to be seen. Um, Not that I use them for security, but I want to try to capture some on video to put on my videos as well. I have gotten a few, but not a whole lot. Just like Tony from Random Adventures, he used the game camera a lot for a long time and caught very few. I work tomorrow, but it's just too perfect not to camp tonight. I bet. I bet. That's awesome, Chris. I can't wait to watch the video. Is there a game camera you recommend? Um, I don't really go by brand. I've had Moultrie. Moultrie is a good brand, but A lot of the name brand ones, you have to um, pay for subscriptions, and I don't pay for subscriptions on those. Um, you can go to Amazon or Temu. I can't remember the brand. Mine are two different Chinese brand. I got actually from Temu. Uh, really good. I go by the reviews. I could put on this video afterwards in the description. I can put a link to the cameras that I have. Super good quality. They're 4K. They record in 4K. They have audio, night vision. You can connect to them wirelessly. Really nice. I would highly recommend them. Um, but they're not a brand. They're just a no-name brand. But they're camouflage. They work excellent. But I got a 2-pack, and I wanted to say they're somewhere around $40 or under $40, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe just over $40 for 2. Really good deal, and they work excellent. Um, but because with them, you don't have to buy a subscription to store. You can put up to, I think these hold up to 256 gig SD cards in them, which that's plenty big for capturing anything I need. And if you want to use night vision for your stealth camping videos or regular camping videos, you can use your game camera. They take really good video at night and audio, so that's a hack that you can use. Like Stealth Camping Sweethearts use they actually have a night vision camera, but if you don't want to spend the money and you already have a game camera, use your game camera. Works really good. The Let's We Safe is going to come out with imaging capabilities. That's awesome. Yeah, yeah, I'll put a link in the description of this live after it's over and uploaded. I'll try to remember to do that. Really good cameras. I highly recommend these. But I just go by reviews. That's pretty much what I did. I had these bookmarked for probably a year and a half before I purchased them. I had some old game cameras, and I still have them. 2 game cameras. They're Spy Point game cameras, but they don't take video. They only take photos. I bought them for deer hunting. But when I started doing YouTube, I wanted some game cameras that actually took video that I could use, and I could use the night vision if I wanted, and use them as security cameras if I wanted. So, yeah, when I upgraded, I made sure they had 4K video, record audio, and I could connect to them wirelessly. I got the idea from Bomb Outdoors. That's what he used for a long time. When he first started camping, he was really paranoid, so he used them as actually security for around his camp and to see wildlife, obviously. But if he heard a noise, if he wanted to know if it was a bear or a person or what have you, it's a good way to capture wildlife and to use as security. So it's a pretty good idea. My trail cameras are cheap because they worry about them being stolen. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't spend a bunch of money on name brand ones. Plus, the name brand ones you cannot use without, or you can use very minimal without paying money for subscription. And I'm not all about that. The Chinese ones you can use without paying a subscription. So it's pretty cool. You can't connect to them remotely like my Spy Point are LTE. They run off cell towers, so I can put them anywhere in the world virtually as long as there's cell signal and look at the pictures at home. These cameras, you have to be within range to connect to them, or take the SD cards out of them and take them and put them in your computer. But I don't need the capabilities of remote. I'm not using them security, and I'm not going to use these. I'll use my Spy Point out on for hunting purposes. Just photos are good enough for see what deer are coming through and what times of day they're coming through. But yeah, I wanted these to be able to connect and camp where I'm at, or use them like on my property. I can connect to them from my house where I usually have them on my property. I need a company to send me one, LOL. Yes, that'd be a good thing for companies. And I noticed not too many trail cam companies send cameras to review, but that would be a great option. Yeah. I would definitely be interested in reviewing some. Yeah, no more monthly fees. And so that's kind of why I do the weekly deal videos is I don't gear towards super expensive. Mainly is I want to encourage those that's never camped or younger people that want to camp to get out and afford camping equipment. Decent quality, but budget friendly. Because all of us that are seasoned or people that know what brands they like, you already know what brands you like. I don't need to put on Osprey. I don't need to put on a lot of One Tigers and Nature Hike stuff because they sell themselves. One Wind and all those things. I put on budget friendly things to save everybody money. Uh, just if I encourage one person to get out and camp, that's my job's done. Makes me very happy. I use my trail cameras to record wildlife and intruders. Yep, absolutely, Chris. It's a good idea. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. But two, this week's video, Chris seen the butane, 2-burner butane stove killer deal from Menards. Menards has really good camping equipment, and you can order online as well. Even if I know a lot of people don't have Menards in their area, but you can order online from them, and it's reasonable. If you can get free shipping if you purchase a certain amount. I don't remember what it is, but Menards is they have a pretty good camping department, and they put their stuff on sale really good every year. So keep that in mind if you're looking for some stuff. They don't have some real expensive gear, but they do have some good gear. Once in a while they'll get some name brand stuff. I get comments from viewers that I inspire them to go camping on their own. Kind of cool. Yeah, CJ, I mean, it's worth it having a channel just to reach out to the other people. You can see all the bugs flying around, how many bugs there are. It's mostly gnats and moths, not mosquitoes, but you can see how many are flying around. There's some kind of bug on the phone right now. I can't even tell what kind of bug it is. So it'd be nice to be able, if thermocells would, repel these kind of bugs, but I have yet to see too many repellents that repel moths. I've been told I inspire people to get outdoors. That's good, Shy Guy. Yeah, that's the best thing in the world is to inspire people. Or I know there's a lot of disabled people that can't get out, can't get out on their own. So I know, especially for Tony, there's a lot of Tony's viewers. When he had his stroke, it really inspired a lot of disabled men and women that can't get out, and they live vicariously through our channels. You don't know who's going to be watching your channel. So, there's people that can't physically get out and camp. So, getting out and doing these things, it touches me when somebody says, hey, I can't get out on camp myself. I enjoy your videos. Thank you. That really touches me. It really, really makes me feel good when you can do that for other people. Double stove makes me want to buy it. Yeah, I do too. I don't need it, but it would make a great overlanding addition to my overlanding setup. Get another mosquito coil out. Maybe get more mosquito coils going. Maybe to help get rid of these moths. Probably not, but mosquito coils are pretty cool. So true, and we all camp in different locations. Not everyone can access. Absolutely. And it's nice. People that haven't been out to California, I know I've lived out there, and I talked to you about that on your live, but California has amazing places to camp, and it's awesome. The people that may never get to go to California, they live through your videos, it's awesome. It's awesome to be able to bring that to other people. Another hack, I don't know if you guys are aware of, I don't know how many of you guys have Dollar Trees where you're at, but these mosquito coils that you can get at Walmart, you can get at Menards, you can get at everywhere, they sell them at the Dollar Tree during the summer for $1.25. They're even cheaper in Walmart. Really good deal. So I usually go and grab 4 or 5 boxes of them when the Dollar Tree gets them in. Super good deal. So yeah, I'm always about saving money. Dollar Tree always has really cool survival items that you can use. So yeah, if you guys got a Dollar Tree or any kind of dollar store, keep an eye out for mosquito coils. You get it for $1.25 at the dollar store. Pretty cool. Yeah, I found them at the Dollar Tree, but my local one is usually out. Yeah, they run out quick. So when you find them, grab as many as you can. Yeah. They run out super quick. A lot of people getting onto that, I think, but it's nice. And the tiki torch fuel you can get from the Dollar Tree as well. They're the smaller jugs, but they're still cheaper than buying the big ones. Team mosquito coils. Hey, yeah, if you guys are watching, if you want to support the channel, you can send me some coils. I'll shout you out. I do anyways. I don't shout out the brand, but if the pick brand wants to send me some coils, I'll shout you out. Yeah, there's a lot of really cool things. A lot of good things for your yard. Bird feeders, hummingbird feeders. I make my own hummingbird food in my feeders. I just use sugar and water. I don't buy the pre-made. I don't put out food coloring in my hummingbird feed. But yeah, there's a lot of good yard stuff for your house. Yeah, the thermocell's working. There's no mosquitoes to really know if the mosquito part of it's working, but actually the thermocell, I don't know if you can see the smoke coming out. See if I can get it. Gotta get it just right. The light just right to be able to see the smoke coming out. But there was a few mosquitoes when I got here, and I started the thermocell up, and they got rid of them. These bugs, the lights are attracting the bugs, so I moved the light away a little bit. Let me move the camera closer and get the light away from me, and it'll help. Mostly moths right now, just the moths are flying around. No mosquitoes per se right now. I don't see any mosquitoes, which I have mosquito coil and the thermocell. Only started the mosquito coils up to hopefully see if it'd help with the moths and the gnats. It don't help. They don't care one bit about the mosquito coils, unfortunately. And the thermocells are not working on the moths. Thermocell does work on the gnats pretty good. The gnats have gone away, but now it's just pretty much moths. Is Will in bed? Did he finally go to sleep, honey? Hope mom's doing good tonight. I once bought a bunch because they were cheap at Walmart years ago. Still going through them. Yeah, you can find them on sale at the end of the season. I know Menards carries them, and they usually clearance them off as well. Along with, they have the ReadyWise backpacking mills that are self-heating. They have them on clearance right now. I put on the clearance deals this week. Their everyday price on Mountain House mills are the cheapest in our area. So their Mountain Houses are always cheaper, but they clearance them off every year as well, really cheap. So you can get the Mountain Houses, which, even though I'm carnivore, I can eat the scrambled eggs, and they have crumbled beef that I can buy if I want to eat those too. I can put the beef in the scrambled eggs to have a good meal. That'd make a good backpacking meal for me to eat. I want to make some They have some carnivore chili that I could make backpacking meals out of. There's a lot of carnivore uh, stuff that I can dehydrate. Eggs. I love eggs, but I like them fresh. So bringing eggs on camps aren't that big a deal to me. Yeah, I'm hoping we can get Will out on camp sometime. I need to get Will on a live. Next time I do a live at the house, maybe if I get him before he falls asleep, get Will on live with you. He's walking now. Can you believe that? I forgot to tell Cole when he was in here and everybody else that was in here. Will is officially walking now, so we are so excited. He just turned today. He turned 11 months today. He started his first steps at 9, almost 10 months. 10 months he was crawling and trying to walk, but now at 10 months, 11 months, he's walking now. So he's getting so big, growing so fast. I'd like to get some walking on live one of these evenings. So um, even at base camp, maybe I can have him come out, but in the house would be easier for him to walk because, you know, he's still unstable. And outside, um, he loves playing outside. We like riding the four-wheeler a lot. My nephew, Isaac, has a four-wheeler at our house that he leaves there. And Will just absolutely loves four-wheelers. He loves wheels entirely. He loves monster trucks. So my wife and I got tickets to the monster truck show at our local fairgrounds this year, and he absolutely loved it. And it was so awesome. You could go to the pits, and he got to touch the monster trucks and the tires. It was so amazing. It was so cool. I was so happy that we got to see him do that. Next year, they have a monster truck bus that you can pay $15 to ride. So next year, we're going to pay so he can ride the monster truck. So that's going to be cool. Hey, Kirk. Appreciate you coming in, my friend. If you don't know everybody here, I'll give you moderator status. All we ask is keep things clean and respectful. But I'll give you moderator status so you can go check out everybody's channels. We appreciate you checking out everybody's channels and giving everybody a sub, and at least going out and checking everybody's channels out. And if you like what you see, subscribe to everybody. I'd appreciate it. I'm getting attacked by moths because of all these lights. I might turn this light out above me. That might help get rid of some of these moths. They like the white light. Turn that light above me out and see if that helps the moth problem. They like the moths. I can keep this light away from me. I'll put this light away from me and see if that helps with the moths. Tell me if you can see. You probably can't see as well, but that's all right. I found a Mountain House mill after 4 stores, and it wasn't my first choice. Yeah, I love Mountain House, pretty much all the Mountain House. There's a couple I don't care for. My favorite, obviously, is Chris's least favorite, the chicken and dumplings. That's my favorite. I like the beef stroganoff, the biscuits and gravy, the cheesy pepperoni pizza bowl. I like that one. Chicken fajita bowl, that one's really good. I like pretty much all of them. Peak Refuel, those are really good. The biscuits and gravy and beef stroganoffs are amazing. They have a bison bowl, Peak Refuel, that's super good. So yeah, there's, you know, a lot of people just don't like dehydrated meals entirely. Now, Peak Refuel, Pinnacle Peak, Bowl and Kettle, Backpacker's Pantry, those are premium, good quality backpacking meals, super good. Small leaf fire will help. Yes, small leaf fire. Yeah, I was going to start up a fire tonight. I cranked up the mosquito coils to see if they would help, but it's not enough smoke to help with them. Way too hot and humid tonight, and the fire ring is too far away from camp, really, for that to do much good. I do have my thermocell to keep the mosquitoes away, which are working, but the moths just like the lights. Normally, when I'm at camp, and I forgot to bring it as well, is I turn on a lantern away from camp, and it draws the moths away from camp. but with the live on and having this light on, you gotta have a light close by. So there's not much I can do about it having this light close by. So, but thanks for the recommendation, Kirk. Yeah, that absolutely works good, especially if you got the fire close enough to do any good. I could move over closer to the fire and start a fire, but it's way too hot here tonight. Way too hot. I wanted biscuits and gravy. I got chicken and dumplings. Yeah, biscuits and gravy is pretty good. You just got to rehydrate it a lot longer than it says because the biscuits tend to be crunchy if you don't. So I always do it. I usually do it 10 minutes longer than it tells you for the biscuits and gravy, which all the meals I usually do longer than it tells you. Just rehydrates better. I feel like I see biscuits and gravy a lot. Can you find it online? Yes. Yep. All those you can find online. Mountain House usually is cheaper than a lot of the retailers, and they run their stuff off their website online on sale a lot too. So Mountain House, Peak Refuel, Backpackers Pantry, Pinnacle Peak Foods, Bowl and Kettle. Bowl and Kettle is a American company, small husband and wife. They're through hikers that started. They used to live in Austin, Texas. They started their company. Now they moved to Denver, Colorado. They've got 4 mills, I believe, 3 or 4 mills currently. Really good. If you want to support a local small business, they are phenomenal. They have jambalaya. They have Mexican corn grits. They have chicken tiki marsala. And what's the other one? I can't remember the other one, but super. Oh, crawfish etouffee. Oh my goodness. So good. Really good company, really nice people. It was empty. Yeah, Walmart usually, that's most every retailer is biscuits and gravy is a staple because it's one of the favorites. That and the breakfast skillet. I like the breakfast skillet personally. Most people, well, it's their highest seller, their breakfast skillet. A lot of people don't like it. I like it. I love it. Especially I put Texas Pete in it or any hot sauce. But I put hot sauce in my biscuits and gravy. I put hot sauce in a lot of stuff. So, yeah, the breakfast skillet I like as well. A lot of people don't like rehydrated eggs. I don't mind them. I like a lot of backpacking. There's been a few that I don't care for. I'm trying to think of one that I didn't really care for with Mountain House. My least favorite probably, oh man. Trying to think what my least favorite would be that I've had from Mountain House. I don't know. I like the spaghetti, but it's just spaghetti. I mean, you can't beat homemade spaghetti. So it's just spaghetti, dehydrated spaghetti. That'd probably be my least favorite. The beef stew's really good. The chili mac's good. The buffalo mac and cheese is really good. I love that. And these beetles are attacking me now. I want to try the spaghetti. Yeah, the spaghetti's pretty good. If you like spaghetti, I mean, you just make sure you rehydrate it good for the noodles. But I think it's great. And I like hot sauce in my spaghetti. A lot of people don't like that, but I put Texas Pete or Tapatio or something in my hot sauce, Kahlua, something like that. I love hot sauce in my biscuits and gravy. I put hot sauce in my breakfast scramble. Pretty much everything I eat hot sauce on. My eggs and my sausage in the morning when I eat for breakfast, I put hot sauce on both of those. People's like, hot sauce on sausage? Yeah, it's really good. If you haven't tried it, if you like hot sauce and you like sausage, you'd probably like it. Biscuits, gravy, hot sauce good on. Spaghetti's really good. I love jalapenos and spaghetti too. Oh, grasshopper. Grasshopper. First time I had a grasshopper at nighttime. But yeah, there's so many dehydrated meals that are premium. Bass Pro sells Peak Refuel, Backpackers Pantry, Mountain House, ReadyWise. See what else did they have this time. I think that's about it. They sometimes have a few other ones that come in and out, but Peak Refuel is the best usually That biscuits gravy is my favorite. I mean, I love Mountain House biscuit and gravy, but Peak Refuel has amazing biscuits and gravy. And I like the granola breakfast cereals from Peak Refuel and Mountain House too. I love the strawberries and cream, the peaches and cream, the blueberries and cream. Oh man, amazing. Really good. Yeah, pretty awesome. But it's pretty good. And this little lantern has been running pretty good. The fire maple lantern. See if I can turn this lamp over. Works pretty good. Oh, almost turned it off, but you can turn it up pretty good. And maybe with this I can, pretty cool. You can use the ambiance, but it kills the bugs. I don't like turning it up real good. See, there's already a moth on this and it's gonna die, so I'm gonna turn it back down, but it puts off quite a bit of light. Good ambiance when you don't have the fire. That little fire maple lantern's nice. Real nice to be able to use that fire maple lantern to give you the feeling of having a fire but not having a fire. I don't know. Can you see, guys? See, that isn't good enough, I guess. You don't need to see me real good at night. You know, for being in a residential, there's a lot of weird noises. Yeah, see, I seem to think in residential areas or places like that, sometimes there's more weird noises. Um, but if you're around other buildings and stuff, noise carries. So a lot of times you hear a lot of different noises that you don't hear out like where I'm at. What's my coffee setup? Tonight, believe it or not, we usually use instant coffee. I usually don't do pour overs anymore, or we went through, I don't have French press, I don't have espresso machine, or I don't do cowboy coffee anymore. My wife and I went on, we wanted a good instant coffee, which doesn't sound like it makes sense, but Juan Valdez is a real good Colombian instant coffee. I highly recommend. And believe it or not, Walmart's instant coffee granules, freeze-dried coffee, is really good. So we usually do instant coffee now. I don't do pour overs like I said. I used to do cowboy coffee, so I still love cowboy coffee, but that way I don't have to grind fresh beans. I don't have to bring coffee out, regular coffee. So we do instant coffee at home and at camp now. So yeah, I do instant coffee. I do tea. I got tea bags if I want to do tea. I liked in the past, I love Capico coffee. Capico coffees are really good. I like those as well. Yeah, I love instant. It's just so I can get up and go. I use my fire maple cook set or my BRS cook set, my jet boil type system, so I can just boil water and have a coffee on the go real quick. Not that cowboy coffee takes that long or whatever, but I don't have to bring a big kettle anymore. I already have my BRS or my fire maple, or I have a cook system already, my Stanley cook set. So instant is really good. I love Capico. I try to stay away from Capico now because of the sugars. I'm on carnivore, so I try to watch my sugars. Heavy cream or whatever for creamer. I can drink it black, but I do prefer cream. My wife and I's favorite's the French vanilla coffee mate, but I can drink it black. So a lot of times when I'm on camp, if I don't want to bring a creamer or bring heavy cream, I just drink it black. Dry cream too. Yeah, dry cream is the best way to go. That's usually what we do when we're camping. Like if I'm not just doing an overnighter, we do cream packets, yes. Hi, mountain biker. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you for stopping by. I'll make everybody a moderator. Appreciate it if you check out everybody else's channel in here. Give me a thumbs up while you're in if you don't mind. But go check out everybody's channel. It's kind of what we're at. I'm out here not stealth camping. I'm out here hammock camping. Shy Guy that's in here is stealth camping tonight. But I've got my one wind hammock and tarp. I'm a big hammock camper, so I've got my hammock camp with a tarp set up tonight. So I'm doing a live. I'm at one of my favorite campgrounds that I have signal where I can do live on. So I'm glad to have you in here, mountain biker. But yeah, I'm out here in the middle of nowhere doing a live, camping on location, doing overnighter tonight. I got to get up early in the morning and head back home to be home to watch my son while my wife works. She works from home, so. Yep, Chris is stealth camping tonight, so if you're into stealth camping or ASMR videos and regular camping, check out Shy Guy Adventures. He has a good, everybody that's in here usually has a good camping channels, outdoor channels. Do you have a channel, Kirk? Mountain Biker, I assume both of you guys have channels. If so, I'll check out both of your channels. Check out the new MC2 Mount Bivy tent. It's really, really cool, and it crossed between a tent and a bivy. Yeah, I did see Luke from the Outdoor Gear review that tent. I love that tent too. I would really like to have that. I have the Kruger hybrid hammock, which I was gonna do a video on tonight, but I forgot the tree straps to it. For some reason, I took the tree straps out of my setup. I don't know why. I don't know. I must have used them with a hammock or something, but I went to do a video and camp with it tonight, but yeah, I didn't bring my tree straps. And you can't use the tree straps from my one wind because they're buckle system straps. The Kruger hybrid takes daisy chain straps, so. Yes, yep, I definitely have a channel. So if you wouldn't mind subscribing, I'd appreciate it. I do mostly hammock camping. I do tent camping. I do tarp camping. I've got a bed rack on my Tundra now. I'm getting a rooftop tent this week, so I'm going to start doing some overlanding. I do have some truck camping videos. So yeah, pretty much all camping. I do hiking, and I'm looking into getting maybe an e-bike or a e-moto bike soon too. So hopefully I can integrate that into the channel as well. Bushcrafting and hiking with Kirk. Awesome. Right up my alley. I love that. The majority of my channels are bushcraft and hiking type channels, so I'll definitely subscribe, Kirk. I appreciate you, man. Thank you for coming and hanging out. The start of the live tonight, I did a 2-cup water boil test between, I have a BRS cook system, Fire Maple Green Peak cook system, and then I got a Waldo 7200 watt 3-burner cook stove that I used my Stanley cook set to do a boil test between the three. The Fire Maple cook set won. It boiled 2 cups of water in 1 minute 32 seconds, which was super quick. BRS came in second at 2 minutes and 15 seconds. And the 3-burner Waldo stove came in at 3 minutes, 12 seconds. So that was pretty cool to do on a live tonight. Sometimes usually when I do a live, it's either at home and I go over gear deals every week. I always put out a gear deal video every week to save people money on budget camping equipment. Try to get people out camping. Or I'll do a topic like extreme winter camping in hammocks, or hot tent camping, or camping safety, or that type of stuff. I do educational live videos with a topic sometimes. I like doing this on location lives. Now that I had my son, I used to put out a weekly video, but it's hard for me to put out long form videos, so I've been doing a lot of lives lately. I'm trying to do a long form video with a live tonight too, but just chaotic. I'm stay-at-home dad now, and I just don't have the time to go out weekly and do a video. I'm gonna try to get back to doing it. I've been trying to get back to doing weekly lives now, and I have for like 3 weeks in a row. So I'm going to try to continue at least do the lives every week and try to do a long form video as I can. I got to pee and I don't want to get out of the tent. I should have brought you a pee bottle, Chris. The other item to check out is the One Tiger's Bushcraft sleeping bag. It's $55 on Amazon. It's the best bag I've owned. Huge size in the shoulder, and One Tiger's poncho liner can be used as the sweet sleeping bag liner. That is awesome. I'll have to check that out. Yeah, I love my Kura hybrid hammock. It works as a bivy tent on the ground as well, so it's nice. I like it, and it's low profile. And I have my military bivy system as well, Gore-Tex bivy system, that I can lay right on the ground. I like using it under a tarp or just in a tent as well. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot one tonight for my hammock, but it's pretty easy to get in and out of my hammock, so I don't mind getting in and out of my hammock to go pee. But a lot of times I'll bring one for my hammock as well. Boy, these moths and big flying bugs of some sort are really attacking me tonight. Fluid brown liner has a cinch strap which helps not to get caught on the zipper. It's an awesome setup, brother. Yeah, I'll definitely have to check that out. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why I like Luke at the Outdoor Gear Review. He does a lot of reviews on a lot of this equipment that I like. A lot of stuff that I've bought, he's reviewed. So like this Waldo stove I've got, he reviewed a couple years ago, and I've liked and had it on my wish list for a while. So I'm worried about the bugs getting mostly. I'm thinking I'm going to get out and go. I'll be right back soon. Just don't use a light if you can while you get out, and that'll help a bunch, Chris. Yeah, I don't use a light when I get in and out of my hammock just for that reason. I don't want to get bugs in with me. But once I get these lights off, they'll be gone. If I usually am not doing a live and don't have a light in there, like I said, I have a LED lantern that I put away from camp, and it draws all the bugs, the moths, and everything away from camp. But yeah, I'm not going to stay on a whole lot longer. I've been on 2.5 hours, so I'm going to get off here. Like I said, I'm trying to get a long form video recorded as well, so I may get off here and try to do some recording before I go to bed. I did get, if you guys want to get on earlier on the video, barred owl flew into camp, so I got that on video, first time ever on live. So if you guys want to see that, watch the replay on the video when it posted. I appreciate it. Appreciate a thumbs up before you guys leave, and subscribe if you would. I appreciate it, and I'll do the same in return. Nice meeting you too, Kirk. Very nice meeting both of you, and God bless all of you guys. God bless you, Chris. I know he's going to pee, so I'm going to try to stick on here for a few more minutes until he gets on to say goodbye to Chris. Hey, Henny, appreciate you coming in, my friend. I keep showing up to those towards the end of the live. I can stay on for a little bit longer, but you missed earlier, Henny, a barred owl came in and to camp while I was on live here tonight. So once the live posts, you might want to look at the replay. And first time ever, every time I camp here, the owls live close by, and I hear them every time I'm here. But he came into camp tonight, so it's so cool to get him on video. You have a good one too, mountain biker. Nice to meet you, my friend. I will check out both of your guys' channels after I get off the live here tonight. Appreciate you guys. Appreciate you coming in, Henny. I'll give you moderator status too. I meant to do that last time, but I wasn't on my phone, but I am tonight. So I'll give you moderator status so you can check out these other channels, Henny. Appreciate you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. Hope you have had a good weekend and a good start to your week anyways. I did started this live tonight. I'm camping tonight at one of my favorite campsites, about a half hour away from the house, so it's pretty convenient for me. But I'm in my one-wind hammock and tarp setup. But at the beginning of the live, my nephew suggested I did a boil test between my BRS cook system my fire maple green peak, and my Waldo cook stove and Stanley cook set. So the fire maple cook set won at 1:32, followed by the BRS at 2:15, and the Waldo cook stove at 3:12. So pretty good systems. I just recently picked up the green peak fire maple system. Super awesome cook set. I've been wanting that for a long time. So the BRS is my go-to system, but that fire maple may win up at, I do like the BRS system because it's insulated wrap around it. So when I'm doing my coffee in the morning, it's just real convenient pouring the water out, and I really like that BRS system. That fire maple system's super cool as well. But I do like this little Waldo 3-burner stove. It's going to be good for my overlanding setup. Yeah, you'll have to watch it. It's pretty cool. Owls coming in. I went out for camp this weekend, so this video is starting out well. Awesome, man. I appreciate it. But I appreciate you coming into the live and supporting the channel, and I'll definitely check out that video when you post it. It's going to be awesome. Shy Guy Adventures, he's going to the bathroom tonight. He's actually stealth camping tonight, so he's doing a video tonight as well. I'm doing a long form video, but I don't know if I'm going to get enough footage to make one. So once I get it all done and then see how much I have video in the morning before I go home, see if I get enough to make a long form video as well. But I always try when I'm here at Holston Mills, try to get on and do a live so I have some kind of content to put out there for everybody. But I'm trying to stay on for Chris to come back on, but I really need to get off here and get all this gear put up before I turn in. I got some more editing to do, catch up on a few videos, some comments I need to catch up on, and maybe record a little bit before I go to bed so I can have some content to put out. But I appreciate everybody being here tonight. I really do. Chris, if you're coming in, thanks for coming in. Thanks, Henny, for coming in and hanging out at the end as well. I appreciate you, mountain biker. Appreciate you, Cole, my wife, Isaac, Adventures with Jay, Ronnie came in. Appreciate everybody that came in. Randy, Ozark's Great Adventures came in. Appreciate Outdoors with Den. Appreciate everybody's support. And if you missed part of the live, appreciate if you go back and watch the post after it uploads. But until next week, God bless everybody. Have a blessed week. And I guess I'll see you guys next week, if not before. And look out for a video. If I do have a long form video, it will post tomorrow on Tuesday. So have a blessed week. I'll see everybody next week. I'll talk to you guys later. Good night. Good night, Henny. Good night, Chris.